I feel like it's been a pretty long time since I've sat down here and made some videos with you guys. So today we're going to jump right back into it and get into some real raw live trading. I love to provide live trading on this channel. I love to share what I do real time with some of you guys that are watching, trying to educate yourselves in finding entries, taking trades, and working through the process of becoming a successful trader. Today, I took 4 trades, and I'm going to break down every single trade that I took, winner or loser. I took 3 winners, 1 loser, and I end the day up over $2,000. Today is Tuesday, November 28th, and I want to go through every single trade that I took, break it down, share it live, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it. If you guys enjoy the videos, if you enjoy the live trades, if you enjoy the real trading that we do on this channel, press that like button before you guys head out. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So guys, the first trade that I had planned for today was a potential break and retest rejection of a very key 121.5 level on AMD. If we look at this AMD chart and we look at the 30-minute, we can see that we had a very important previous level around this 121.5. We had multiple rejections at this level, which then became very important demand. So coming into this morning, I was looking to see, is AMD going to hold this level? Is it going to break below it? What is AMD going to do at this level? What are the reactions that I'm going to see at this level to potentially make a trade? Now, I don't care what the reaction is. I just know that this level is important, and I know there will be decisions made at this level. And that is the edge that I can put into my trading. So I know if I break this down maybe a little bit closer, let's go down to the 5-minute chart, right? I know over the last few trading days, there were very clear decisions made at this level. We can see very strong demand holds at this level. So again, if we're trading near it into the market open, I want to watch to see what happens at that area. So if we break this down to the 2-minute chart, which is where I trade, we can go into what happened today at this 121.50 level. So you guys can see right here, we have the 121.50. We open the market and we start to slide down into that level. Now, after seeing AMD break this level, and right here on this 2-minute candle, we started to see a rejection of it. And this is why I like to share my trades live, because you will see how that candle reacted real time. So we can see we had a slice through that demand here at around 948. Now, in this situation, I'm not instantly taking a short after breaking that key level. I want to see AMD prove to me that it is now unable to get back above that level. And this candle at 950, which you will see in the live trading, is what gave me that confirmation. So right here, we took a short on AMD. We knew it broke our level. We saw confirmation below it. We took the market short. We took AMD short, which also aligned with the very nice downside on the NASDAQ futures. We got a nice little 10% scalp here, and this was the first trade of the day. Now, the next trade of the day, I'm going to go through all the trades here in hindsight, and then we're going to go over and really walk through the live trading. The next trade of the day was actually AMD again, and it was off the same level, off the same idea. We can see here later in the day, AMD got back above 121.50. We got back above the same demand that we previously broke below. This now makes me interested to see if we could hold above that demand. And at this time, which is around 1040, if we drop this down and go to the NASDAQ futures and we go to 1040, around this time, we were also seeing a very strong move on the NASDAQ futures. So let me go over to today's price action. Let me zoom in here. Around 1040, you guys can see we were starting to get a strong break on the NASDAQ futures above the pre-market highs. We were maintaining that pre-market high, and we got a very nice push to the upside. Now, the reason why I was confident to long AMD at this time was because, once again, let me show you this on the 5-minute chart. The NASDAQ futures broke above a pre-market high supply. So as we were breaking that pre-market high supply in the NASDAQ futures, I was starting to look for longs on the market, right? And this is where I started to spot AMD reclaiming that previous demand that we just shorted below. So we can see right here, if we zoom into AMD today, we got back above demand. NASDAQ was back above pre-market highs. And right in this area is where we started to long AMD for a little bit of a squeeze back to the upside. Very nice trade here. Caught this entire trade live, and you guys will see it in today's video. So as we can see here on AMD, I didn't care the direction, right? But I knew my level. I played my level, and I trusted my level. I knew there would be reactions at 121.50, whether it was a trade off of it to the upside or a trade below it. I knew that this level was important. I game planned for it. I made my decisions based off of it, and I trusted the outcome. The next trade that we're going to go over was actually a losing trade today, and that was on Meta off of a very important 336 supply. Now, I don't take anything back from the trade that I took here, and I still believe at the time this was a fantastic trade entry. But as you guys know, not every time we take a trade is it going to work out for us. And what we can see here is that coming into today, I was very interested in this 336 level on Meta. I'm going to clean this up just 1 second, and you guys can see the level I was watching. So right here, you guys can see we had a very important 336 level on Meta. This was a previous rejection point here. This was a previous rejection point here. And this level then turned into a support and turned into a support again. Now, moving forward, we can see here just on Monday of this week, once again, Meta turned that level into a support. Now, yesterday, if we break this down on the 5-minute chart, yesterday we broke below 336 and we opened below it today. So what I was looking for today was, is Meta going to come back up, retest that 336, turn that level into a rejection point, and move back to the downside? So we can see here, early morning, we got a push into that 336 on Meta. Meta pushed into that 336 level, and we can see that it started to very clearly struggle at our supply. So what I was doing here was I was entering a short position, looking for Meta to eventually roll back over, turn that previous 336 level back into a rejection. Once again, if I go to the 15-minute chart, this is a break and retest of a previous low. So we can see right here, previous low, previous low, previous low. This is a break and retest, and I was looking for the rejection. Now, we can see here in this trade example, we did actually get that move midday. And I was actually able to make some of my losses back on this move right here, where we eventually got that drop off 336. Now, after making some money back, I did take my profits, and I ended up just ending the day red on Meta in this situation. I did attempt a 336 break and retest. It was a little bit sloppy. We never quite got the breakdown, and this was the loss that I took today. We can see later in the day here, we actually turned that previous rejection point into a demand, and look at the reaction that Meta is seeing into close right now. So once again, very happy with this trade here. I was able to recoup some of my losses here. 336 supply, break and retest. Unfortunately, I do walk away red on this trade, but I am very pleased with the idea, the concept behind the trade. It makes a lot of sense to me, and I know that this 336 level was a key level. Now, regardless of what it does, right, once again, like I said at AMD, I'm only focused on the level and watching the reactions based off of it. And what I can see here, and what this proves to me here, is that yes, I tried the rejection, and I did get a little bit of a move, but I can also see here later in the day how important it was when Meta got back above that level. So I know moving forward that my ability to identify these levels is very valid, because I can get an idea of how important this 336 zone was on Meta, first showing rejections, but then later in the day being that level that actually caused an aggressive upside move, knowing that I'm focusing on the correct levels. Now, the last trade that we're going to go over today, which is the biggest trade, and I'm actually still holding some longs here as we close the market, and as we're about to see probably close at the highs, is a absolutely beautiful Tesla break and hold above a key 240 supply level. So here's Tesla on the 30-minute chart, and I had one level very much in focus today and looking to see whether Tesla would try to retest that level, either reject it or turn it into support. And that was $240 per share. Now, the reason why I was so interested in 240 on Tesla is we can see a very clear previous low here on Tesla that attempted to hold it up previously, but failed back below it. Now, ever since breaking back below that 240 level right here, Tesla has been unable to get back above. We can see rejections, rejections, and rejections the last 3 trading days. We can see, however, Tesla has maintained a pretty decent low around this 233, 231 demand. Now, today, intraday, midday, I saw Tesla squeeze over 240, and knowing my levels and knowing how important that 240 was, I started to get very interested. I saw Tesla get above 240, and that is when I started to look to see if it would attempt to hold above it. So we can see right here, if we go into the 2-minute chart, and we can see Tesla is squeezing to all hell right now. But if we go to the 2-minute chart here on Tesla, we can see that around this 11:30 time, Tesla had a very nice break, hold above 240, and squeeze to the upside. Now, around this time is when I went ahead and I entered my position. You guys can see it right here in the Discord community. You can see that around 11:34, I'll also pop up the entries and exits on the screen. I long Tesla December 1st, 240 call with a stop under 240, right? And in this situation, I am okay giving Tesla that entry and understanding that one, Tesla is above that 240 supply, and I can now use that level as my stop loss, right? Because I know that breaking 240 by doing my analysis, by looking at my levels, by seeing that previous low that we just talked about, I know that a break above that level is very key. And I am willing to enter the market long if we're above 240, using that as my guide, right? And knowing that if we break back below it, I'll stop out of the trade and I'll accept that Tesla was not able to break and hold above. But after seeing us get above this level, I wanted to put some risk on, knowing that Tesla could see upside over that level, right? So I have a game plan. I understand what's the level I'm trading off of, what's my max risk if I'm incorrect here, and that confidence and overall understanding of a game plan is really all that we need to take the shot that we want in the market. We put proper risk on, we understand the risk we take, and we understand the game plan that we're putting on. And in this situation, it was a long over 240 on Tesla, and I'm looking for that upside continuation. First into a 243.50 level. That was my first target. You guys can see right here. My first target was 243.50, where I did take some off as we got that push. But after seeing Tesla sort of rip through that profit target and continue to push towards this supply here, I knew I wanted to hold some runners. So as of right now, you guys can see on the screen, I'm still holding 2 Tesla runners. I also posted this on my Twitter account, and I will continue to hold this because at this point, it's up about 65%. I've locked in majority of profits. Why not hold some runners for some extra gains? This 248 level into tomorrow is going to be massive, but this is a huge squeeze on Tesla. And we saw right here, guys, once again, the reason for my long was a break over that 240 previous low. We can see right here, we got back above this previous low, which gave me that insight to potentially long Tesla, using that level as my stop, using it as my guideline in this trade. So that was every single trade I took. Every win, every loss. I'm going to pop on the screen every contract that I entered and exited today. It was my entire trading day. Up over $2,000 today, a beautiful trading day, breaking down every trade that I took. And now I'm going to include every single live trade. You guys can watch as I trade these trades live with the group every single day. If you guys want to join me and trade live with me on a daily basis, you can check out the link down below. There's a little bit of a Black Friday sale, which ends December 1st. Feel free to take advantage of that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Enjoy those live trades. Thank you for all the support on the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace. If I see AMD reject this 121.50, I might take a shot here. All right, I'm taking a short on AMD. Stop under 120. Well, stop over 121.50. I just saw it reject that 121.50. So I'm short AMD 121 puts. Stop over 121.50. I'm going to try this level here. That's a big break of demand. I'm also going to pepper in a tad bit of Meta with a stop over 336. Just a little bit, just a little size, just to give that 336. So I took a little bit of Meta 335 put, stop over 336. But I'm very much scaled down on Meta because I have to give it some space there. I got to give Meta, about 1.5. So scaling down on that. There was a 2-minute retest on AMD. It was very quick. There might be another retest though, and that's fine. Okay, taking some profits on AMD right there, up 9%. Now up 10%. AMD should pop at some point back into that 121.50, but I'm willing to take some profits on this grind lower. All right, taking more profits right there, up 11%. Yeah, nice break and hold under that 121.50 on AMD, very nice. Meta's looking good as well. Got economic data in 5 minutes, so just be aware of that. That's why I'm starting to scale some off here. AMD looks great on this retest 121.50. I'm watching that. I might re-enter that if the NASDAQ shows me any kind of 16,000 rejection. I got to add back into AMD here, guys. I added back into AMD on that break and retest of 121.50. I'm going to put some little bit more size back into it. Because I'm seeing another bounce and retest into that level. And I'm lining that up with a potential NASDAQ 16,000 supply. So I don't mind that. Beautiful drop on AMD there. Beautiful drop on AMD. And a weak bounce on Meta potentially. Okay, I'm going to take majority of profits on AMD here to cover any type of loss on Meta. All right, I'm getting real interested in this AMD here. I would watch this retest on NASDAQ very closely here. This could set up your next trade. Yeah, guys, I'm going to take a starter on AMD calls here. I like this little inverse head and shoulder, little, reclaim back over demand here. If that NASDAQ sets up a retest here, all right, I'm going to take my loss on Meta. And I'm going to put a little bit of size in AMD here with a stop under 121.50. I just need a little bit of a demand hold at this 121.50 on AMD. Right here. Here we go. Come on. Yep. 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 All right. Taking some profits there. Yep. Yep. All right. That's it. I'm done. Beautiful stuff, guys. Really, really, really happy about today. I just felt in control all day. I just felt totally in control. Really nice day. Not my biggest profit day, but solid. Nice little loss there on Meta. I don't give a shit about it. It's a solid trade. It is what it is. I'm happy how I kept it small. AMD, really nice little long there. I'm still holding some. I like this. And AMD, the put from this morning, also really solid. So